My parents paid $30,000 for my wedding, but it wasn't for me, it was so my sister's boyfriend could propose to her at my ceremony, so I did the only thing I could. I eloped without telling any of them. Let me give you some background. My baby sister is the golden child. She survived cancer when she was a kid. It was the darkest period of my parents' lives. After she beat cancer, she became the obvious favorite. She got everything she wanted, and sometimes it was at my expense. I resented it, but I was always told I was a naughty girl for being jealous of my hero sister. 20 years later, she's still bratty, though we get along better now. My wedding was set for July. Neither my fiancé nor I had the money for a big wedding. We settled on a small ceremony, about 30 people, at my fiancé's grandparents' beautiful lakeside house. But when my parents heard this, they said no way, and offered to pay for a bigger wedding at a better venue. We didn't want to disappoint them, so we agreed. It seemed important to them. Or so I thought. Last week, my mom invited me over. My dad, mom, and my sister's boyfriend were all there. They asked me what I would think if her boyfriend proposed to my sister during the wedding, so it becomes an engagement party as well. My mom had seen Instagram reels of people proposing to bridesmaids and thought it was cute. My sister is my maid of honor. I said no, that's ridiculous. And I laughed. My mom was livid. She told me I was selfish and ungrateful. I accused her of favoritism. I told her I always thought it was odd that she would pay for my wedding, but now I knew the real reason why. She started crying and kicked me out of the house. Later, both she and my future brother-in-law sent me texts warning me not to expose their plan to my sister. My mother called me again to plan the proposal. I begged her not to ruin my day. She told me since she was paying, she could make requests, and that I should let go of my jealousy and resentment towards my sister because she's innocent in all of this. But the thing is, I knew this day would become about my sister. It always does. I told my fiancé to ask his grandparents if they were still willing to host our wedding at their lakeside house. They said yes, so we made a plan. We would get married 1 week earlier than the scheduled date. A small, intimate ceremony with just 20 of our closest people. We asked my fiancé's grandparents-in-law, our best friends, and even managed to change our honeymoon booking from 2 weeks to 3. I had a back-and-forth text argument with my future brother-in-law. He called me jealous and bitter. I blocked him. He texted my fiancé apologizing, but we didn't answer. Then I tried one last time. I told my mom I would not attend the party she paid for. Maybe they should just make it an engagement party instead. She got very upset and told me the engagement was supposed to be a surprise. I told her I was giving her a heads up since she was about to lose an insane amount of money. She didn't take me seriously. What she didn't know is that I had already made plans. I decided to tell my sister about the proposal so she wouldn't be blindsided. She wasn't happy with Mom, but she was more upset that I ruined the surprise. And just as I expected, she thought I could have just sucked it up and gone with the flow. A lose-lose situation for me. But I was done losing. The wedding was dreamlike. In the back of my head, I was hurt that the people who supposedly loved me the most weren't there. But I pushed that thought away and refused to let it ruin our day. My husband was amazing. He promised to make me happy for the rest of my life and to make up for every heartbreak I've experienced. My in-laws surprised us by upgrading our honeymoon to a 5-star hotel in Como, Italy. We asked our guests not to post any pictures until we were already on our honeymoon. Then my family found out. My mom made long Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram posts bashing me and my husband, calling me ungrateful and disrespectful, posting pictures of my wedding, telling people I cost her a big chunk of her savings and demanding compensation. Her post was shared over 200 times. The majority of my extended family turned against me, but not a single one of our wedding guests engaged with the drama. They respected our wishes. Both my parents announced they were cutting me off and expecting compensation. My future brother-in-law commented that I ruined his surprise. My sister made a post about being tired of jealous bees and haters. And the best part? They went ahead and turned the wedding into an engagement party anyway. They blew up the internet with pictures about how magical the night was. My little sister made sure to write about haters not ruining her special day. From what I gathered, only about 30 to 40% of the invited guests even showed up. So here I am, on my honeymoon in Italy, happily married to the love of my life. My family used my wedding as a prop for my sister's engagement. They thought I'd just go along with it like I always have. But this time, I chose myself. And since they turned the wedding into their engagement party anyway, they can't even sue me for the money, so all is good. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Sometimes the best thing you can do is elope.